Greetings, fellow humans, and welcome to the third entry of March of the Writers. If you didn't see the second entry, it's because you're not checking out my community tab, and I did post it there. That's the link to my March of the Writers writer playlist, where I offer different things. But today, it's different. For this prompt, it is whip it good. I always like to see what people are working on. Always want to see what people are tinkering, and I've been a busy boy. You might have seen me hinting at something that's due to release, and that is in Spanish. What you haven't seen yet is that I will be hinting at something else because ya boy is crazy and likes to overdo things. Last year I released Ballads of Hope and Joy. It's a very sweet poetry collection, and I released Rhymes from the Wicked Nursery, a very naughty poetry collection, and it was a lot of fun. So I did it with poetry. Now I'm doing it with short stories. So we're going to have short stories in English and Spanish coming very soon. But apart from that, those are projects that I am editing and tinkering and doing stuff like that. What else am I working on? For those who have asked, I did finish the first draft of Beyond Human after I get through the Puerto Rico Comic-Con. I actually have to focus on my Mother's Day release. I have something in mind, but until I get proper progress, I won't say what it is. But Beyond Human mentally has a set date. I will not say it yet because I don't want to jinx it. And again, this is like a boxing match. I have to get through the upcoming fights so that I can focus on that one. Right now, yeah, that one, Beyond Human is done. It's going to get a lot of work done, and I'm ready for it. So what else am I working on? I have this long document. The thing is that long document actually has progress in a couple things. Another project that I've been tinkering with and that I've been enjoying a lot is another short story collection, but this one in English. Yes, I'm going to release another one in English now in March, but I have another one that I'm working on, and that one's very different. The one that I'm going to release now is more middle grade, more spec fiction, but for a younger audience. The one that I'm going later in the year, spec fiction, but for a more adult audience. And it's been fun. It's been fun and interesting to explore that. So after those projects, I do have 2 nonfictions that I'm going to be working on. One in English, one in Spanish, because c'est moi. I might do that for next year. And release those tandemly so that I can keep one in English and one in Spanish with just 2 releases. I don't know when. Sleep is a good option. But there is progress on other projects that I'm working on. Namely, a couple of nonfictions. I have a sci-fi novella that I want to retake. And I will retake. But there's, again, I a while back I had 26 ongoing projects. I was able to publish 3 of those. I'm going to publish 2 more now. I'm going to publish 2 or 3 more before the year is over. So I can finally breathe and say, you're still ridiculous, but you're not awful. Hey, it is what it is. But there's a couple of things that I want to tinker with. And I've actually been writing a lot of poetry, but I haven't transcribed it. And what happens with me normally, and we can talk about this more later, is that I write a lot of poetry and then I transcribe it, and then I start separating into little groups that make sense to have together. I'm curious to see what happens when I transcribe the latest notebook that I have. I think it's going to be interesting. Anyways, I don't want this video to be too long. So, by all means, if you have any questions, use that sexy comment section down below. And we'll get on chatting. Until next time, stay classy. By all means, join the March of the Writers. If you're late, you can start now. You can catch up. You can miss days. It's fine. The idea is to have fun and to connect. And man, I've seen some really interesting approaches from different people. It's always interesting to see that. I see a lot of participation from people back home in Puerto Rico, but I'll talk about that in my Spanish video. So till next time, peace, love, Mikey Rolls. Much love. Stay classy and keep writing so that you can stay out of trouble.